Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to show you guys how to clean, shine, protect, and maintain your ride during the cold, wet winter season. Let's get started. All right guys, first things first, we're going to start off with the wash. Now when it comes to the cold season, it's very difficult to wash your car outside just simply because there's a ton of elements such as rain, there's snow, it's cold. The last thing that you want to do is be washing your car outside, dipping your hands into freezing cold buckets. So one easy way to completely avoid that while still getting an incredible clean and shine and protection on your ride is with the waterless wash like Swift Wipe. Swift Wipe is a complete car wash in a bottle, spray, wipe, you're done. It's that easy. I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is right here on this Camry. So I'm going to go ahead and spray directly onto the hood. Go ahead and get that nice and coated. And then once you spray the surface, you want to go ahead and set your bottle down. Now, whenever it comes to waterless wash, you always want to use two different towels. One to wipe and one to buff off any excess of the grime that's still left behind and the product. So what I'm going to do now is actually grab my towel. Now when it comes to waterless wash, the last thing that you want to do is put heavy pressure onto your hand and then drag straight down because that's going to grind all the contaminants throughout the paintwork and you can definitely scratch some stuff up. So in order to avoid scratches and swirls when it comes to waterless wash is by utilizing this technique. And this technique is rolling your wrist as you wipe. So all you have to do, no pressure, just simply start wiping down the surface and then you want to roll your wrist as you're wiping down the surface. That way you don't get any kind of accumulation of hard dirt lines. So as you guys can see right here, the dirt is kind of distributed throughout the surface of this towel as opposed to just creating one hard edge. As you guys can see, I did get a little bit here, but it's not too bad. It's not a heavy accumulation. If you see where it's like super pitch black, then that's a very bad thing. So you just want to make sure that you're utilizing safe wiping techniques when it comes to wiping down your vehicle. So right now I'm going to flip it to the opposite side of the towel. And then same thing, we're just going to go ahead and roll our wrist. And then in some cases, if your towel face doesn't get super dirty, you can actually just cut it where it got dirty and then just continue using the towel like so. And just always rolling your wrist. And then once you do a certain section, you want to grab a second towel. And this is where the second towel shines. You want to grab the towel and you want to buff off the excess of the product. And this is also going to pick up any kind of grime that you may have not picked up. And this is going to work out great because once you buff it off, this product does contain a sealant. So that sealant is going to furthermore protect your paint. And this is also going to allow you to buff in that layer of sealant because Swift Wipe does contain a synthetic sealant. So as you can see, it leaves the surface nice and glossy, nice and slick, and that's going to help keep the surface nice and shiny. And it's going to repel contaminants from sticking so your car looks shiny for a lot longer. And this is also going to prevent things like dirt, grime, any kind of salt and stuff like that from sticking to the surface of your vehicle, causing it to look bad. That way your car looks much better for a lot longer. So as you guys can see, it looks very great, looks very clean, super easy to use. It's just a matter of simple spray, wipe, utilizing the proper wipe techniques. And the great thing about our Swift Wipe is that you're not only limited to using it on your paint, you can actually use it on anything that's smooth and glossy on the exterior of your vehicle, such as paint, glass, wheels, chrome, headlights, taillights, so much more. See that? And last but not least, we don't need running water. We don't need buckets. We don't need to dunk our hands into freezing cold water. And that's the beauty about this product is that especially if you don't have access to running water or maybe you just don't want to use running water at all, you have alternative methods of washing your car like a waterless wash like Swift Wipe. So right now, all that there's left to do is to finish off cleaning the rest of the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and I'll be right back with you guys once we're done. All right guys, we're finally back. We finished cleaning the Camry. It's clean, it's shiny, it's protected, it looks great. It has that built-in sealant from our Swift Wipe, but what can we do to keep it looking this great? And what can we do to make our life easier in terms of washing it again in the future? And one thing you can do is apply a ceramic detailer like our HydroSpeed. HydroSpeed is a ceramic quick detailer that you can spray and wipe onto your vehicle to apply instant, intense ceramic shine and durable hydrophobic ceramic protection to your vehicle. It's extremely easy to use. One quick and easy way to use it is by simply spraying directly onto your microfiber towel. And since we've already sprayed down the entire vehicle, you can do this method to avoid getting the liquid into any kind of unwanted cracks and crevices. And all you have to do is simply spray, wipe. And in this case, we don't necessarily have to worry too much about our wiping technique since there's no dirt or grime on the surface, but you can still have an additional secondary dry towel just to buff off the excess of the detailer and any kind of perhaps dirt or dust that may land on your vehicle as you're doing this process. As you guys can see, it's quick, it's easy, it adds an intense sleek feel to your paint, and that's gonna help repel a lot of contaminants from sticking like dirt, grime, and water especially. It enhances it with that extreme hydrophobic properties. So that ceramic is gonna just go ahead and beat up, and it's just gonna sheet right off the surface of your vehicle. And just like our Swift Wipe, we can actually apply HydroSpeed to a variety of smooth glossy surfaces all around our vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and coat the entire paint, and then we'll be right back with you guys for the next step in this process. All right guys, now that we're done ceramic coating the paint, it's time to ceramic coat the glass. Now the reason you want to ceramic coat the glass is simply because clarity. You cannot drive your vehicle when your glass is dirty. That's going to obstruct your vision, it's going to look bad, you're not going to be able to see where you're going, and it's an overall hazard for you, so you don't want to have dirty glass. One way you can prevent dirty glass and clean your glass actually, it would be with our HydroView ceramic glass coating and cleaner. Yes, this is a cleaner and it's a ceramic coating in one product. It's extremely easy to use. All you have to do is simply spray it directly onto the surface. And then right here, I have 2 waffle weave towels. Now these waffle weave towels are especially great for cleaning glass because of the waffle-like texture that they have. Now these waffle weave towels work exceptionally well for glass because they have this waffle-like texture. Now these waffle weave towels do an exceptional great job at cleaning glass because they have a waffle-like texture, which kind of filters out contaminants from your glass. So as you're wiping, you're not smearing around the same old dirt and grime, and that way you have crystal clear clarity every single time. So what I like to do is I like to have 2 simply because, you know, just kind of following the whole method of the waterless wash and the ceramic quick detailer. It's great to have 2, that way you can remove and buff off any excess product with a clean, uncontaminated towel. That way you can just ensure that you have nothing, absolutely nothing left behind. So as you guys can see, it's quick, it's easy, it's very easy to use. It's just a simple spray on, wipe off kind of thing. Now, whenever it comes to contaminated glass, now this glass right here, it's actually in a pretty great condition. It's actually very, very smooth. There's no embedded contaminants whatsoever. If your glass does feel rough, you want to make sure to clay bar it. So you can go ahead and clean it first with a traditional glass cleaner like Streak Free, clay bar it to remove embedded contaminants, and then you can coat your glass with our HydroView. Now, one of the biggest things about HydroView as well is that this right here has anti-fogging agents. That's right, it's gonna actually help prevent fogging from building up on your glass, especially on your windshield, and especially when it's cold. You guys already know how that goes. It's cold, it fogs up your windshield, it looks bad, it takes away from your visibility, and it's dangerous to drive with those conditions. So right now what I'm gonna do is finish coating the rest of the glass, and then I'll be right back with you guys to go ahead and address those tires and wheels. Alright guys, so now it's time to address these wheels and tires. Now we are going to be applying a protectant to the wheels and to the tires. But before we do so, we want to make sure that these tires are nice and clean. Now, how do we do that without having running water? I know most of you guys clean your wheels, you rinse them, spray your favorite wheel cleaner on them, scrub them down, rinse them off, job done, right? Well, in this case, keep in mind, we have been doing everything, as far as the cleaning on the vehicle, indoors. We haven't had to use any kind of running water whatsoever, and we're gonna keep it that way. So right here we have our Nonsense all-purpose cleaner. Now, Nonsense is great for basically everything. It's an all-purpose cleaner. Interior, exterior, things like your tires, undercarriage. You can use it on interior, like on dashboards, door panels, vinyl, you name it. It's a great versatile cleaner. It's clear, it's odorless, and it has a nice strong cleaning agent. So right here, I'm gonna use it to clean the tires before we dress them. So I'm just gonna spray some Nonsense onto the surface. And I do know that I am getting some of the product onto the wheel. That's completely fine. We're gonna go ahead and clean it anyways. So now I'm gonna grab my stiffy brush right here, spray some onto the brush, and now we're gonna begin to agitate the cleaner. Now right away, you're gonna start seeing it starts foaming up very nicely. And in some areas, you'll actually start noticing all the brown gunk that's on the tire. Now, this is a key and crucial thing to do before you even get into any kind of applying dressing, simply because this is gonna allow your dressing to last its longest, shine its best, and bond its best. So by doing this step, you're not only, ensuring that your tire shine lasts longer, but you're also ensuring that your rubber stays protected for much longer as well. And depending on how dirty your tires are, you can go over them multiple times. In this case, they don't look like they're too bad at all. So I'm just making sure that I get all the nice cracks and crevices. If your tires have lettering on them, you just want to make sure that you thoroughly get in there. The numbers as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and just finish this up real quick. And now I can go ahead and just wipe off the excess. So we can go ahead and use a microfiber towel. In this case, I'm using the black one, which is the microfiber towel that we dedicate for wheels and tires, to just buff off the excess of the cleaner that's left behind. This is also removing any kind of embedded grime that we've extracted. And like I mentioned, we're not really too worried about it being on the rim itself because we're still gonna go ahead and clean it, and I'll show you what we're gonna clean it with in just a second. And just like that, you go ahead and clean your tire. And this is basically what it looks like when it's dry. So as you guys can see, it definitely looks much deeper, much darker. However, this is unprotected. And if you love your tires to have this natural look finish, don't worry guys, we got you covered. We actually have a dressing called Natural Shine, which delivers a fully OEM shine. So basically it just leaves it as is. It's just a matte finish, doesn't add any shine whatsoever. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these to the side right here. And now we're gonna go ahead and apply our HydroSpin wheel and rim ceramic coating and quick detailer. So this product doubles as 2 products in one. So you can actually use it as a quick detailer and as a ceramic coating. Now, whenever it comes to the first time you apply this product, you wanna do so with a microfiber applicator and apply it just like a traditional coating. Spray directly onto the surface of the applicator. And then you're simply just gonna go ahead and start applying it to the spokes of the wheel. And this is gonna go ahead and coat it very nicely. This is gonna act as a ceramic layer of protection for your wheel specifically. Now this product is made with the intentions of repelling brake dust and contaminants from sticking. So anything like road grime, it's gonna help with preventing a lot of that stuff from not sticking to the surface of your wheel. So if you have wheels with high performance brakes, this is a huge lifesaver, not in terms of just the shine what it offers itself, but that protection is also gonna help keep your wheels cleaner for much longer. I know I have some performance brakes on my vehicle, so the thing with that is this is gonna definitely help repel a lot of that stuff and keep your wheels cleaner for much longer. And as you guys see right here, it's very quick, it's very easy, it takes virtually no time at all. This literally took about 30 seconds. And within those 30 seconds, depending on the climate, if it is colder where you're at, you can let this sit anywhere from 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. If it is colder, I would say wait up to 2 minutes. Right now, the sun's kind of coming out already, so I would say we're just gonna give this about a minute or so. So in the time that we've been applying it, it's probably been about a minute already. So we're just gonna go ahead and start buffing it off with our microfiber towel, starting from where we started at. So we started right here at the top of the wheel. We're starting to wipe off the coat of the HydroSpin from the surface. And one thing I do want to mention is this thing provides an ultra sleek feel to your wheels. So it provides it with that super slick feel, which that slickness is going to actually help prevent a lot of the contaminants from sticking. So as you can imagine, it's too slippery, things are not going to be able to get caught onto the surface of your wheel, thus keeping it cleaner for much longer. And for you guys asking, yes, since it is a ceramic coating, you can also expect that intense hydrophobic protection as well. So when you clean your wheels, the water is just gonna beat up on your wheels and you can easily just grab an air dryer like our Pro Blow and quickly dry your tires without even having to use a microfiber to wipe them down. All right guys, and now that we're done with the wheels, it's time to proceed to addressing the tires. So right now what we're gonna go ahead and use is our HydroShield vinyl, rubber, and plastic ceramic shine coating. So this is a ceramic water-based dressing that can be applied to any kind of interior and exterior vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces. In this case, as you guys saw earlier, we've already cleaned the tire itself. So if you go ahead and feel it, you'll see your hands, it's nice and clean. There's no gunk coming off of it whatsoever. And this is the best time to apply a dressing. Now, the beautiful thing about HydroSeal is that it provides a new look finish. So it doesn't give you a super oily, super high shine finish. This leaves it just as it would if it's brand new. So what we're gonna do is simply spray directly onto a soft microfiber applicator here, set my bottle down, and then I'm just gonna start working it onto the surface of the tire. Now right away, you guys will see that it starts adding depth. It adds a little bit of a shine, not a crazy shine, just more of a new look kind of finish. So just kind of give it like a nice satin kind of look. So it gives it a nice deep coat of rejuvenation. And not only does it rejuvenate it, but it also protects it as well with the power of ceramic. So your tires are nice and shielded against those harsh UV rays. That way they're not drying, cracking, or fading whatsoever. And as you guys can see right here, it's very quick, it's very easy to apply. A little bit goes a very long way. I basically coated this entire tire with only 3 sprays of product, and it looks great. And just like that, you're all done. You can go ahead and just kind of go over it once again, just to make sure that there's no excess sitting on the surface. And if you like, you can also have a secondary microfiber towel to just buff off any excess that may have gotten into the cracks and crevices of the tire. But just like that, you're all done. The wheels and tires are nicely shiny and protected with the power of ceramic with their HydroShield and HydroSpin ceramic coatings. All right guys, and that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a huge like. If you guys wanna see and purchase any of the products that we use in today's video, they're all linked in the description below, or you can find them at your local Detail Garage store. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on our future videos. And as always, my name is Joey. This is Chemical Guys Detail Garage. We'll see you guys next time.